I have actually paid at least $500,000 in coaching. I wish I got coached earlier by bigger and better guys.
Even at my 50%, I can still outlift them. So.
I've wasted hundreds of thousands of dollars on marketing.
Put it this way, a lot of people don't want to pay for a coach.
Who's this guy?
This rabid
Who's this guy? I love it. My rabid fan. This program's going to have something that no other, especially real estate focused, but business program has. Welcome, guys. We are heading to Seattle, just outside of Seattle. Yesterday we were in Calgary, had a really good meeting there, and now we are going to meet with some friends. You guys will check them out. Aaron Chua, good friend of mine, mentor, coach. We're going to brainstorm some ideas on how to invade the United States, obviously business-wise. Chase is dying because he drank too much yesterday and is having a hard time recuperating without oxygen. Do you want to stick your head out the window? Anyways, it's been a pretty crazy week, hey?
Busy one for sure.
You traveled quite a bit though. You were traveling even more than me. You went to Calgary twice in a week.
Went to Calgary, came back, went back to Calgary, came back. I've been to Calgary 3 times in the last month.
Yeah, well, it's worthwhile, right? Some news. Coaching courses are going to start up here pretty quick, so I'm excited to launch that with High Point. Actually, by the time this video comes out, it'll probably already be active, so keep your eyes out. The thing that I like, that drives me the most, what I like to do best, is coach. We grew the brokerage, we grew our real estate teams, we grew all those things because of coaching before we added all the tech and all the financial pipelines and all that other stuff. Things I'm proudest about, oh, my English is really good today. Yeah, the things I'm most proud about are the agents I've seen start off brand new in real estate, never sold a home, never did anything, any of those types, hit 7 figures, first year, second year, third year, etc. So listen, I'm not gonna tell you guys and show you guys stuff that you haven't heard before. There may be a few of those things, but the real gist of it is the amount of accountability we'll have, true actionable plans that you can put together to grow your business with. And I genuinely believe the major difference between us and the rest is you're going to be coached by guys that have actually made 7 figures in commissions. Not, and I don't mean this negatively with anybody else's coaching programs, but a lot of people, they know the book well, but they don't really understand what it's like to make into a reality. All the coaches that are going to be with myself, like Chase, for example, is going to be a partner, all 7-figure guys, their teams do millions in commissions. So you're going to learn from guys that actually do what you want to do, not just have read about how to do it. So I think that's an important part and a key difference. And on top of that, I'm a genuine believer. All of the successful, maybe not all, but majority of the successful people I know are holistically successful. So what I mean by that, they're training all the time, they're eating right, or most of the time. Some aren't drinking, some are. But all jokes aside, Chase barely drinks anyways, that's why he's so hurting today. This program's gonna have something that no other, especially real estate focused, but business program has. You're gonna have full accountability of training. I got a guy that's an IFBB pro that's going to be doing your workout schedules, that's gonna be putting on your food diets. We're gonna do challenges, make sure you're held accountable. You know, you wanna be that guy that ran ultra marathons. All you have to do is like, listen, man, I was a fat ass on the couch, and I decided that I want to run a 100 kilometer ultra, and within 9 months, I ran it. So you just have to. It's 9 months, may seem like a long time or a short time, depending on what lens you put it through, but it's crazy how quickly you can make these changes. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to, is seeing the complete transformations with people, just business, mentally, physically, the whole shebang. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Are you excited to teach some people?
Yeah, it's not only about real estate, just, you know, going from 200,000 commissions to $1 million and maybe just working your ass off and burning out. This is also about being a better person, a man, woman, human being, right? So these structures roll over into your personal life too, right? We want you to be healthier, you know, physically, mentally, spiritually, while also making more money and just have a better life all the way around.
So anyways, I'm stoked for you guys to be a part of it. It's going to be, one of the things is I'm, unfortunately, because I have limited time with brokerage, obviously we're selling a ton of projects coming up here. I think we've got a few hundred units coming up to market in the next few months. So my time is limited, so there will be, unfortunately, limited spots. We're starting it out. There's going to be 3 of you guys per training session on the call together, which is cool because I really want to create an atmosphere and a community more than just this one-on-one type of coaching. I want you guys to be able to take it off field, not just on field with us. So I'm excited to do that. Only downside for the time being, while we're still in massive growth with the brokerage and massive growth for the real estate side of my personal business, spots will be limited. So if we can't get you on this round, I promise you we will get you on the next or sometime soon. Anyways, I will see you guys in a minute.
But I do have more insulation, so it's,
Yeah. He's like 100% there, where I'm like 50-50. Like I'm 50% functional training and 50% heavy lifting, right? Even at my 50%, I can still outlift him. So.
that's a challenge. The funny part is they all talk shit until like at 7, and they're like, okay, we're gonna be in the gym at 6. I'm in the gym at 6.
Nobody's better.
All right, well, just experience the experience. Apparently they got Beck playing here, but we're at Chateau Michel. Anyways, friend of ours took us here. Great wine, great experience, great conversation. Now we're off to another one. Yannick? Yeah, off to the next one. And hey, look, who's that guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? I love it. My rabid fans. My rabid fans. No, I won't sign.
I just want to get wine with my friends. No cameras.
No cameras. All right, see you at the next winery.
Yeah.
You just ruined that.
Good. He's recording you knowing not how to drive. Now get in the.
Well, I'm going to go back in this lane now.
Well, then pick a lane.
I'm going to.
Don't go in this lane. All right. Anyways, the best way driving school is done. Sean, talk about what you learned today by hanging out with me.
By hanging out with Chase. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot you. I like that guy. Well, I learned when has a few drinks in him.
Oh my God! Stop with the whole drinking thing.
He's definitely way friendlier. You can't stop him from talking. It's like the opposite.
Incorrect. He thinks it's the drinks. I just brought more people around me that I enjoyed the company with better. That's why I was friendlier.
Fair enough. Anyways, it was a good day. So to wrap up the day, we're on our way home from just outside of Seattle, meeting with some good friends. One of my mentors, friends, coaches, potential future business partner, Aaron, is up here from Overlanding event. So he's up here from Utah visiting, so we had to come see him. And he introduced us to another awesome guy, super successful gentleman.
Software guy, mortgage guy.
He's a beast.
Done a lot.
Yeah, and very successful. So it was definitely worth coming out. Part of it was to get a little bit more insight on certain things, expansion, team building. It's funny, I coach all that stuff. He coaches, I think, 60 or 70 guys individually right now too. It's always nice to hear what's happening in the industry, what changes. Really, it's just, I feel like one of the most important things in life, general, not just business, is you kind of have to have a group of friends, peers, whatever you want to call it, that are overachievers, that are always doing better than you. I like looking up to my friends and just having somebody to like bounce ideas off of. Do you know what I mean? Because it's one thing to formulate a plan, come up with that plan, but to have somebody that's already gone through it all before, that have built, $100 million plus businesses, et cetera, I think it gives you a lot of oversight on if you're doing the right thing or not. You know what I mean? Generally speaking, because it's going to be about 5 hours total driving today. Generally speaking, I don't drive this far just to meet people for shits and giggles, just because time is precious. But I can tell you that old adage, it's not just what you know, but who you know that matters. I think that does play true. What are your thoughts? This is the first time you guys meeting them, right?
Yeah, great guys. I mean, to what you said, I could have not come on this meeting. I was somewhat of a fly on the wall, sort of just coming with. So maybe it wouldn't have been a big change if I didn't. But, you know, I think people overthink, oh, I'm not going to go to there, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to talk to that person because I don't have anything to talk about, or I don't know what I'm going to ask. And, you know, you are who you surround yourself with, right? So at the end of the day, I think I had a great connection with both of those guys. I'm sure we'll do business in some extent. And people do business with people they like, who they respect, who they trust, and who they get along with, right?
Yeah.
And then you simplify that to real estate. Most people in the big cities, at least, or, you know, we're in Maple Ridge, everyone knows probably 5-6 realtors. You know, breaking it down on a simplified level, what are you going to do to set yourself apart there? You know, marketing, things like that. But at the end of the day, people are going to work with who they like and who they trust and who they just want to work with in general. I'm glad I came, learned some stuff, especially, you know, when you were talking with Aaron there, just about the Google and YouTube marketing. And, you know, you are who you surround yourself with. So you surround yourself with people who know what they're talking about, you're going to learn things, right? Whether you're even involved in the conversation or not, just being present.
You know what the funny thing is too? I mean, Aaron and I are really good friends. He's coming up in August to come probably stay with us for a couple days. I met him through paid coaching, which is hilarious. So I have actually paid over the years, probably maybe not $1 million, but somewhere at least $500,000 in coaching from various different people that I've looked up to, many of which I've now become friends. I think one of the cheat codes, because there is no real hack, I think, in business and or life in general, but one of the cheat codes is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Have some expenditures. If you're starting up a business, if you're in real estate, if you're in whatever it is, you should be budgeting some kind of coaching / mentoring. And I'm not trying to do this just to pitch our services. Wherever you go, whatever you do, there's a reason why the #1 bodybuilder in the world still pays a coach. Why, you know, the #1 athletes in the world still pay a coach. They're the best at what they do, but they want to get better because you need an outside perspective and somebody that can help you guide you in the way that you're going, right? And I genuinely feel that I can attribute a lot of my success for not trying to reinvent the wheel every single time. That's the first thing. The second thing is if you're coachable and you listen to what they're saying, even though you may not be in agreement with them, but then you execute on it, it's crazy how quickly you can climb that ladder towards the goal you're going after. But
Put it this way, a lot of people don't want to pay for a coach, but what you're paying for is what they've gone through. So this guy's gone through 30 years worth of trial and tribulation, ups and downs, rights and wrongs. So you're paying him to jump you 30 years of what he's learned and gone through, right? Or don't pay him and spend 30 years trying to learn that yourself and waste those 30 years, right?
Well, and even maybe you're smarter and you'll do it in 15 years, but still 15 years, right?
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I wish I got coached and stepped up my coaching game on who I got mentored and coached by earlier, by bigger and better guys, because I've wasted hundreds of thousands of dollars on marketing. I've wasted, you know, all these hard lessons, which could have been just coached to, you know? So anyways, I think it's of massive importance. I'm just gonna put this out there. If you're in a smaller town, even if you're in a big city, but like, for example, we're from Greater Vancouver. Vancouver itself is, obviously it's a bigger city or a hub in Canada, but the reality is it's a tiny speck globally, right?
Yeah.
Get yourself out of your comfort zone. Go to these conferences with these mega conferences. Spend the money. Meet the people that are there as well. And you start meeting and seeing people. When I started real estate, I asked the guy I was working with, I'm like, hey man, who does a deal a day, like 300 plus transactions a year? And at that time, it was nobody. So what did I do? I didn't try to get mentored by somebody close because my goal was to do that 300 plus transactions a year. I found guys in the States, and guess what? Maybe not thousands, but hundreds of realtors doing that many transactions as a team for so on and so forth. So I found my mentors down south, modeled what they did, and I just repeated that up here, right? So I think it's really, really important to get out of your comfort zone, to invest growing your business and learning how to do that properly with people who have actually done it, not fake gurus. Like, I'm not gonna go into specifics, but these guys have all created companies that were tens of millions, if not more, in revenue, value, et cetera, et cetera. These are the guys I listen to, not a guy that read a book out of university or a university prof that has never done anything before, right? These are the guys that have actually done it, and their guidance has helped me create what we've been doing so far. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go, but I hope that was a little bit of a secret sauce and anything we can help with, and see you on the next one.